A very good morning to you, my people over there. Um, this is Dr. Gloria at Authentic Corner. I'm here again to discuss what brings an organization productivity level down. At the same time, it could be what will bring somebody's morale down. It could still be what will bring a man down. What will make you to feel less whom you are. What could create low self-esteem in a man. When you feel you are not equal to the task, it will affect your productivity level. It will affect the rate at which you do your work or you carry out your task. It will affect your focus rate or level. And by then, you will notice that something is wrong somewhere. So today, I am going to discuss 7 points, 7 things that could make a man to not meet up with a target or task given to him at work. When I say a man, I'm also referring to a woman. Men, women, all of them. I just want to speak like the biblical connotation of using a man when you ought to say woman and man. Okay? All right. So I will start by enlisting them, or I could at the same time move ahead to analyze it. For example, if in an organization you constantly disrespect people, there is no how productivity level will be high. There is no how people will do well. Because so much of disrespect and even constant disrespect, whether it's constant or not, disrespect on its own is a no-no. It breeds rancor. It makes you feel less whom you are. You ought to respect everybody. It doesn't matter the title. It does not matter your level. It doesn't matter the hierarchy you have been placed at work or at home. You could be the head as the husband. At work, you could be the managing director. It could be the head of this unit and all that. All those things are title. Title does not make you to be better than every other person in leadership. Title just makes you to be more focused and more responsible, because responsibility makes a man responsible. That doesn't mean you should disrespect people you are working with because you are higher at the topmost floor. No, it does not work like that. When you disrespect people, it breeds murmuring, it breeds rancor, disunity, and what have you. And as people are murmuring, people are complaining, they wouldn't give in their best. Okay? Another point, the second point or second thing that could bring down productivity or bring down a man and man's effort in an organization or at home, in a family, or in a relationship is constant criticism. Come up with constructive criticism. You don't criticize and criticize, because negative words wounds more than it builds. Every now and then you criticize somebody's effort, you blame the person, sometimes you swallow it, even if you know the person is to be blamed. You keep calm, swallow it up. Swallow the pride of pushing the blame on people every now and then. And watch out how people will be built strongly. Negative words breaks more than it builds. It makes people to feel wounded, feel less human, feel not important. And when somebody is really not important, he will be nonchalant in what he or she is doing. Bring down your hands in criticizing how people work, in criticizing people's efforts, in criticizing their contributions, their ideas. Do not allow people to see you as the Omega, the Alpha, the all-knowing. For no one is an island. We all learn, no matter your class, your level of exposure, your level of your qualification, and whatever, your wealth of knowledge. come up with solutions. Number 3 is neglecting gratitude. When you don't appreciate people's efforts, it creates negative impact. Too many complaints kills the value of what one have. This is what I have. This is what another person has. This is what we can bring to the table. But when you neglect appreciating their efforts, it kills the value. You'll be like, after all the ones I've been doing, did anybody appreciate it? Did anybody recognize it? As they are complaining and complaining, trust me, the person will start bringing down the zeal to do more, the zeal to accomplish tasks. It kills more than HIV. It brings down the rate at which an organization comes forth with positive mindset. It brings down the rate at which organization builds its precious assets, which is human beings, the human resources available. So come down on how you criticize and start appreciating people's efforts. Okay, so number 4 is letting anger lead. Rage open doors to destruction far more than building. Rage opens door for destruction. Every now and then, you let your anger out, you pour your anger out, you transfer aggression, you shout at people. You don't need that in workplace. You don't also need it at home. You don't need it in relationship. Sometimes you might be angry, but keep calm, keep cool. Don't just voice it out every now and then. Anytime you're angry, you want people to know because you believe nobody can do anything to you, and you believe you are the one paying the person, or you believe you are sponsoring the person, or you believe you are doing that and that. You don't always shout. Don't always let anger lead you. You don't always allow your emotion to lead. Because when you continue to do that, you see, you push people to the wall and they will retaliate. If the person is 100% dependent on you, say let him or her go on starvation instead of taking in or absorbing more insults from you, absorbing more anger. There is a way you put things, and even when you insult somebody will say it's not a big deal. But when it's a constant thing, anger is always leading. Trust me, it will open door for destruction. Number 5 is shouting at people instead of solving problems that you have witnessed. You shout today, you shout tomorrow, you shout every now and then. You don't grow wealth. You don't also grow people by shouting. You don't grow people by shouting every now and then. That they did not get this, you shout. They did not get that, you shout. That is not how to build an organization. That is not also how to build a home. That is not also how to build a relationship. You don't shout and shout and shout. When you shout like that, trust me, you are breaking the spirit. You don't grow people by building a wall, a demarcation, because the person, if I even tell you this, who knows the outcome? Who knows if you are going to shout? Who knows how you are going to take it? The person will not approach you to discuss anything. You are breaking the person's spirit. The mindset will not be strong. Allow people to be built by growing their mindsets, not by shouting every now and then. If you shout, you are pulling down what you have built. You are pulling down productivity. Then the final point, but not the least, is you wouldn't have time for reflection. No time for reflection on faith. You don't have time. You always talk from morning to night. You are talking, you are correcting, you are emphasizing on things, you are talking, you are bringing out points, you are talking, you are liaising with people. When do you keep quiet? When do you reflect in your life? How do you take stock of your daily activities? How do you go back to think over what you have done for the day? When you talk and talk and talk all your time, all your day, how will you reflect on those faiths you have built, the Bible quotations that you have believe whether you are a Christian or not? You cannot build principle by talking and talking all day. You cannot build any principle without reflection. You will not have a root if you continue to complain and talk all through without reflection. That root will be coming as your procedures, as your principles, as your policies, grounded, utilized, implemented, when you take time off to think about your life. I will leave you at this. I want you to always note that it's always important for you to speak life into your condition. Speak life into your focus. Speak life into your targets. Speak life into whatever you are doing. Because when you speak life, you speak peace. Whatever you say, always have dominion over your life. It comes to pass. It comes to play. So let's be positive. Let's take these 7 points seriously. I remain your friend. I'll come your way next time when I'm available for more chit chats. Thank you and God bless. Ciao.